Hi friends, Namaskar. Today we are going to see the disinfectants and sanitizers. What is the role of disinfectant and sanitizers in the pharmaceutical industry, chemical industry or food industry? Mainly these are useful to kill the bacteria. So the question is that why the bacteria killing is required? Because most of the time when the cross contamination occurred, that time it will have a severe impact on the product quality. So the question is that what is meant by the contamination or cross contamination? Cross contamination, we can say that the different kind of products, different kind of materials when come into the contact, when mix up, all these types happen, and because of that two different ingredient, it affects the efficacy of the product. Then the question is that contamination, what is meant by contamination? Contamination means same product sometimes, but the different packages, different strengths, okay. So or different ingredient, we can say that when it mix up, when it connect to each others, and combination of these different material, different ingredients, it leads to the severe impact on the product quality, which causes most of the time contamination, cross contamination, and because of that product quality is impacted. So how to overcome on this problem? So to overcome on this problem in the pharmaceutical industry, cleaning mechanism is there. So during cleaning mechanism, most of the time we use cleaning agent for the machinery cleaning or equipment or the area cleaning as well. Mostly the disinfectants are used, various kinds of disinfectants available in the markets. Okay, the hydroxyl, sodium hypochlorite, all these types, many are there. Again, apart from this, there is a sanitizer which is used to kill the bacteria. 99% killing of the bacteria, 70% IPA is there. So to use for the hand cleaning, okay, sometimes wiping of the equipment as well. So this is the role of sanitizer. What is the importance of sanitizer? It kills the bacteria, okay. And the role of disinfectant is that to kill the broad spectrum of the bacteria, fungi and microbial organisms. So various kinds of microbial organisms are there. So it kills by the disinfectant. So disinfectants are very important in the pharmaceutical industry. Sanitizers also has plays a major role in the pharmaceutical or food industry. What happens? The product contact part of the machineries, equipment, most of the time we clean it. So there is a chances of previous product or traces to go into the next product. So physical cleaning is there, water cleaning is there, chemical cleaning is there, and later on IPA wipeout is there. So because of that the physical dirt is removed, because of that the chemical contamination is removed, and finally whatever the bacteria with the bare hands touching or some other handling mechanism, the bacteria or some uh, fungi also or microorganism may be there, which can be removed with the help of disinfectant as well as the chemicals or sanitizers. So the next part is that whenever the area cleaning is happened, most of the time people movement, product movement is there. So powder traces, product traces inside the corridors, areas are there. So it is the responsibility of each and every pharmacist or chemist to clean the area, to maintain the cleanliness, hygiene practices, and overall the area sanitization. So frequently there is a frequent mechanism of the cleaning. Most of the time cleaning is happen twice in a day, thrice in a day. So different cleaning agents are used there. If suppose your cleaning agents are there A B C D, okay, so you can use per week one by one A B C D. So the we can say that the contact part or the bacteria means habitat will be removed, as well as they will be the effectiveness of cleaning agent will be more, because of same effect, same chemicals is used for a longer period, then the effectiveness on that bacteria is very less because they may be habitual. So to avoid that, we have to change frequently after every 1 week, 15 days. Chemicals or sanitizers, disinfectant should be changed. Okay. The question is that when we are going to change this all these disinfectant or chemicals, it should be validated, it should be cleanliness verified, means over a period it should be verified, check for the effectiveness. So cleaning validation to be done there. After cleaning validation, we can achieve 100% effectiveness, and we can ensure that the concerned disinfectant is effective on that particular bacteria, or certain sanitizers also used for that particular bacteria. So cleaning validation has a very important role in the cleanliness mechanism or pharmaceutical industry to avoid the contamination, cross contaminations. When your product contact parts is cleaned properly, or after a period or after cleaning, we can wipe out with IPA or some other disinfectant or sanitizers available in that area. Most of the time what happened, when these disinfectants are there, it kills 100% or there is a very less probability to generate the bacteria. So your product may be the bacteria free. Okay. And it will not mix with the product because over a period it will be removed or it will be evaporated from the machines. So there is very less chances to connect with the products. Over a period, how it can be useful, suppose the person enters inside the factory. Most of the time persons is the more prone for the bacterial mechanism. So personal hygiene is very important, proper gowning is very important, hand sanitization is very important, wearing gloves, wearing mask, wearing snoods is very important, clean shoes to be used. Because whenever we use outside street cloths or factory street shoes, it may get some bacteria from outside to inside. So when we enter inside the production area, we have to change our external belongings and use a factory uniform, factory shoes, and all these process and practices. If we follow all these process and practices, our product is 100% safe and there is no probability to have any adverse effect on our products. So that is the main intention. And apart from this, whatever our personal belongings like mobile, wallets, watch, wristwatch, and any other thing, ladies purse or something, ornaments is there, we have to store in the change room, keep in lock and key, so that this material will not come into the production area and this material will not contaminate our product. And there is also, whenever these materials along with our body, it may be chances to fall down, suppose like our wristwatch, our we can say that chain, maybe chances to fall down inside the product. Apart from this, ladies purse and all these things, we can keep it in the ornaments also in the change rooms, because we have to avoid most of the time risk. We have to use proper boiler suits, closed suits with proper tuck-in, shirt tuck-in inside, snoods, nose mask, proper hand gloves, all these types. If you use all these process and practices inside the pharmaceutical or food industry, definitely there is a very less probability or there is a 0% chances of the contamination and cross contamination. So the basic concept is that personal hygiene, we have to wash our body daily, proper hair, proper mustaches, beard, nail to be cut properly, means there is a probability whatever is there, we have to control on that. If there is any person found ill or open wounds, he has to report to his manager, because his manager can take care and he can be keep away from the core production area. Because in core production area or in the manufacturing area, we have to keep minimum people inside the area, because to avoid the contamination or cross contamination. So basically these types of chances is there to avoid all these uh, bad practices. So the best GMP practices is that follow the gowning procedures, cleanliness, personal hygiene. If somebody is ill, he has to take medication and report to the management. And next one thing is that proper cleanliness, use the disinfectant, use the sanitizers, and maintain the area cleanliness. follow the cleaning validation to evaluate all these practices as are in place. So this is all about personal hygiene, disinfectant uses and sanitizer uses, how to avoid the contamination and cross contaminations in the production area, and whatever we did, record each and every activity. Suppose cleaning done 3 times, record in the logbook. Okay, whatever the clean sanitizers use, record in the logbook. Whatever disinfectant use, on which date, record in the logbook. So you will have a data, and whenever audit comes, you can show this data to the auditor. And when auditors see all this data, traceability, disinfectant usage, their validation, the auditor may be most happy, and they will understand your factory practices, and all this process to be governed with the standard operating procedures in the manufacturing factory. So hope you understood all these usage of the disinfectant and chemicals as well as the sanitizers. You will follow the practices to avoid the contaminations and cross contamination. If you like it, subscribe it, share it, comment it. If you want next topic, mention in comments so that we can come up with the new topic.